Hello friends and welcome to YouTube channel on Engineering Mathematics by Dr. Navneet. Friends, in this video lecture we are going to learn the concept which is called as solenoidal. So which is called as solenoidal and irrotational. So solenoidal and irrotational. So this irrotational is also called as conservative. So in our previous video lecture we already learned how to find the value of divergence and curl of a vector field. Now in this video lecture we are going to concentrate on these two important concepts. So let me first revise the definition of divergence and curl, which will helpful for us to solve the example based on this topic. So now friends, we know the meaning of divergence. So divergence means if f bar is the vector point function which is defined as f1i plus f2j plus f3k, then divergence of vector field is del dot f bar, which is also called as div of f bar, and which is defined as partial derivative of f1 with respect to x, partial derivative of f2 with respect to y, and partial derivative of f3 with respect to z, which is a scalar quantity, and such type of field is called as divergence of a f bar. Then again, if we say that if divergence of f bar, that is del dot f bar, is equal to 0, then such a value of f bar, that means such a vector field, is called as solenoidal. So vector field is solenoidal means divergence of that term is equal to 0. Then next definition is about the curl of a vector point function. If f bar is defined as f1i plus f2j plus f3k, then its curl is defined as del cross f bar, which is defined as determinant of first row is related to the unit vector ijk, then second row is related to the partial derivative with respect to x, y and z, and third row is the value of f1, f2 and f3. So these are the components of this vector field, so which is f1, f2 and f3. So after finding this answer, we get a vector which is vector point function, and such a field is called as curl of a vector. Again, this is important. So such a vector f bar is called as irrotational, or some people call this as conservative if the value of del cross f bar, that means if the value of curl of f bar is 0, then it is called as irrotational or conservative. So in this video lecture we are going to solve the example based on solenoidal of a vector field and irrotational and conservative vector field. So let's take the first example, friends, here. So first example is let f bar is equal to x plus 3y into I plus y minus 2z into j plus az plus x into k is solenoidal. So given thing is that this vector field is solenoidal. So this vector field is solenoidal means that its divergence is equal to 0. Then our aim is to find the value of constant a. So as f bar is solenoidal, this implies that del dot f bar, which is called as divergence of f bar, is equal to 0. So again, we know the definition of del dot f bar. So this del dot f bar is defined as partial derivative of f1 with respect to x plus partial derivative of f2 with respect to y plus partial derivative of f3 with respect to z is equal to 0. So because this is solenoidal vector field. Now friends, if we compare the given example with the definition of f bar, then coefficient of I is the value of f1. So this is the value of f1. So then value of coefficient of j, unit vector j, is the value of f2. So this is the value of f2. Similarly, this is the value of f3. Now our aim is to take the partial derivative of f1 with respect to x. If we take the partial derivative of this function with respect to x, then this value is 1. Where while taking the partial derivative with respect to x, y is constant. Again take the partial derivative of this f2 with respect to y, which is again 1. Again take the partial derivative of this function with respect to z, which is a, because partial derivative of z with respect to z is 1, and this term is equal to 0. That means we directly get the value of a is equal to minus 2. So in this way we can easily find the value of constant a. So this is the first example. Now let's take the second one. Now friends, here second example is find the value of constant ABC if the vector field f bar, which is defined as axy plus bz cube I plus 3x square minus czj plus 3xz square minus y into k is irrotational. That means when the given vector field is irrotational, find the value of constant ABC. So we know that vector field is irrotational when the value of curl of f bar is 0 or del cross f bar is 0. As f bar is irrotational, so this implies that curl of f bar, which is del cross f bar, is equal to 0. Again, we know the value of del cross f bar or curl of f bar. So this value, that means the determinant I partial derivative with respect to x f1, then j partial derivative with respect to y of f2, and k partial derivative with respect to z of f3. So this value is equal to 0. Now let's put the value of f1 and f2 and f3 in this determinant. So we get this as I, then partial derivative with respect to x of the value of f1. So if we compare this with the definition of f bar, which is f1i, coefficient of unit vector I is the value of f1, coefficient of unit vector j is the value of f2, and coefficient of k is the value of f3. So this is the value of f1, this is the value of f2, and this is the value of f3. So now we can write this as axy plus b z cube. Similarly, this is j into partial derivative with respect to y of f2. So value of f2 is 3x square minus cz k partial derivative with respect to z of, this is 3x z square minus y, and its determinant is equal to 0. Now friends, our aim is to find out the value of constant ABC. That means we have to solve this determinant. So if we try to solve this determinant, then we get this as I time. So then if we take the partial derivative of this function with respect to y, then we get this as minus 1. Similarly, take the partial derivative of this term with respect to z. So this derivative is minus c. So minus 1 has become plus c. Minus j into, again take the partial derivative of this term with respect to x. So this is 3z square. After taking partial derivative with respect to x, y and z is constant. Similarly, take the partial derivative of this term with respect to z. So this partial derivative is minus 3bz square plus k into, so now take the partial derivative of this term with respect to x, which is 6x. Then again take the partial derivative of this term with respect to y, which is minus ax, which is equal to 0. So actually friends, this 0 indicates the 0 vector, so which is 0i plus 0j plus 0k. So this is the unit vector, this is the 0th vector. So we can represent this in this way. So if we compare the left side and right hand side, so then if we try to compare the coefficient of this I term, jj term and kk term, so we get the value of constant ABC, because our aim is to find out the value of constant ABC. So here we get this as minus 1 plus c is equal to 0. Similarly, we can write this as minus 3, this is minus 3z square, minus become plus 3bz square is equal to 0. So because of this minus sign, this sign will get changed. Similarly, here we get the value of 6x minus ax is equal to 0. Now friends, our aim is to find out the value of constant ABC. So from this equation directly we get the value of c is equal to 1. So now try to solve this equation. If we take the term z square common, then we get this as minus 3. So again here 3 is also constant. We can take this 3 common. Then we get this as minus 1 plus b is equal to 0. Again here please try to understand that if the product of two term is 0, then either one of them must be 0. Either this term is equal to 0 or this term is equal to 0. That means minus 1 plus b is equal to 0. So that means we can write this as 3z square is equal to 0, or we may write this as minus 1 plus b is equal to 0. And our aim is to find the value of constant ABC. So here again we get the value of b is equal to 1. Now again try to solve this equation. So here x is common, so we get this as 6 minus a is equal to 0. Again this is the product of two term which is 0. As the product of two term is 0, then either we get the value of x is equal to 0 or 6 minus a is equal to 0. Our aim is to find the value of constant, so that we can easily get the value of constant a is equal to 6. So in this way we get the value of constant a, b and c if the vector field is irrotational. So this is the second example. Now let's take the third one. Now friends, the third example is prove that f bar, which is defined as x plus 2y plus az into I plus bx minus 3y minus z into z plus 4x plus cy plus 2z into k. So prove that this is solenoidal. So to prove that this is solenoidal, that means we have to show that its divergence, that means del dot f bar is equal to 0. Then second question is that determine the value of constant ABC if f bar is irrotational. That means when the curl of f bar is 0, then we have to find the value of constant a, b and c. So let's solve this one by one. So our first aim is to show that given vector field is solenoidal. So we know if, so this definition of solenoidal is that we know that if divergence of f bar, which is del dot f bar, is equal to 0, so this implies that given vector field is solenoidal. So this is the definition. That means to show that this is solenoidal, show that this dot product is equal to 0. So value of dot product of del dot f bar, so this value is given as partial derivative of f1. So this is partial derivative of f1 with respect to x plus partial derivative of f2 with respect to y plus partial derivative of f3 with respect to z. So now here let's find out the value of this partial derivative, and our aim is to show that this derivative is equal to 0, so that this vector field become solenoidal. So now friends, here this is the value of given value of function f bar, which is a vector point function. So here this is the value of f1, this is the value of f2, and this is the value of f3. Now first find out the partial derivative of this f1 with respect to x. So now here we get this partial derivative with respect to x as 1. So this is the value of f1, which value after taking partial derivative with respect to x is 1. Similarly, this is the value of f2, take its partial derivative with respect to y. So now when we take the derivative with respect to y, its coefficient is minus 3, derivative of y with respect to y is 1. Again, this is the value of f3, now take its partial derivative with respect to z, so this value is plus 2. Now friends, if we try to simplify this, then we get this as 1 minus 3 plus 3, 2, and this answer is 0. So as the value of del dot f bar is equal to 0, so we can write this as del dot f bar is equal to 0. So this implies that given value of f bar is solenoidal. So this implies that given vector field f bar is solenoidal. So this is the answer to the first part of this question. Now our aim is to show that that means our aim is to find the value of constant ABC when f bar is irrotational. Let's try to show that as the value of curl of f bar is equal to 0. So this implies that vector field is f bar is irrotational. So this implies that vector field is irrotational. So that means we have to find the value of determinant of I, partial derivative with respect to x of f1, j, partial derivative of y with respect to y f2, then k, partial derivative with respect to z of f3. This determinant is equal to 0. So as f bar is irrotational, that means this determinant is equal to 0 according to the definition of irrotational vector field. Now friends, let's put the value. So this is I, partial derivative with respect to x of, so value of f1. So this is the value of f1, which is x plus 2y plus az. Then j, partial derivative with respect to y of the value of f2, which is bx minus 3y minus z, and this is the value of k, partial derivative with respect to z of, this is 4x plus cy plus 2z, and this determinant is equal to 0. Now our aim is to solve this determinant and find the value of constant a, b and c. So friends, if we try to solve this determinant, then we get this as I. Then so take the partial derivative of this term with respect to y. If we try to take the derivative with respect to y, then this value is c, minus take the derivative of this term with respect to z. So this value is -1. So this -1 has become +1, minus j. Then take the partial derivative of this term with respect to x, which is 4, minus take the derivative of this term with respect to z, which is a. So we can write this as a, plus k. Then take the partial derivative of this term with respect to x, which is b, minus take the partial derivative of this term with respect to y, which is 2. So which is equal to 0. Actually friends, this 0 indicate the 0 vector having the value 0i plus 0j plus 0k. So which is the 0th vector having term as 0i plus 0j plus 0k. So now friends, if we compare the coefficient of unit vector ii, coefficient of unit vector jj, and coefficient of unit vector k, then we get the value of c plus 1 is equal to 0. Then again this is -4 plus a is equal to so this is again 0, and this is b minus 2 is equal to 0. So from this equation we directly get the value of c is equal to -1. Then from this equation we get the value of a is equal to 4, and from this equation we get the value of b is equal to 2. So in this way we can easily solve the example when the given vector field is irrotational. So and these are the values of constant a, b and c. So this is the third example. Now let's take the fourth example of this. Now friends, here the fourth and last example of this video lecture is a vector field f bar is given by f bar is equal to y sin z minus sin x into I plus x sin z plus 2yzj plus this is xy cos z plus y square into k. Then question is, prove that it is conservative. So our aim is to prove that this is conservative. So we know that vector field is conservative when the value of del cross f bar, which is curl of f bar, is 0. To show that vector field is conservative, that means show that this determinant value is equal to 0. So as we know that f bar is conservative, then del cross f bar is equal to 0. That means our aim is to show that this cross product is equal to 0. So now here we can write this as del cross f bar, which is also called as curl of f bar, and its definition is I time partial derivative with respect to x of f1, then j time partial derivative with respect to y f2, k time partial derivative with respect to z of f3. So now our aim is to show that this determinant is equal to 0. Now let's put the value of f1, f2 and f3. So we get this as I time partial derivative with respect to x of f1. So value of f1 is y into sin z minus this is sin x, then j partial derivative with respect to y of this is x sin z plus 2yz, and this is k partial derivative with respect to z of this is xy cos z plus y square. Now friends, our aim is to show that this is conservative. That means our aim is to show that its determinant is equal to 0. So if we try to simplify this, then we get this as I time. Now take the derivative of this term, partial derivative of this term with respect to y. So we get this as x, this is x into cos z plus 2y minus, again take the derivative of this term with respect to z. So we get this as x into cos of z. So because derivative of cos is sine, sine is cos. Now then we are taking with respect to z, so we can write it as this is again plus 2y. So this is the value of first term and this is the value of second term, minus j. Then again friends, while solving this determinant, so take the derivative of this term with respect to x, so which is y cos z. Then again take the derivative of this term with respect to z, which is y is constant, and derivative of sine is cos. We can write this as cos of z. Then this is constant because we are taking derivative with respect to z. Then plus we get this as k. Then take the derivative of this term with respect to x, which is sine of z. Then again take the derivative of this term with respect to y. So we get this as minus sine of z. Derivative of y with respect to y is 1, and this sine z is constant. Then we are taking derivative with respect to y, that's why this is also constant and this value is 0. So in this way we can easily simplify this determinant. Now friends, our next aim is to simplify this. So if we try to simplify this, then this is plus cos z, this is minus cos z, again this is plus 2y minus 2y because of this sign, and then again here this is plus and minus, this is plus and minus, that means all term will get cancelled, and finally we reach to the answer 0i plus 0j plus 0k. So this is the 0th vector, so we can write this as 0 bar. That means the value of del cross f bar is equal to 0. So when this value is equal to 0, so as per our remark, del cross f bar is equal to 0, then such a vector field is called as irrotational or conservative. So this implies that the given vector field f bar is conservative. So this implies that given vector field is conservative. So in this way we can easily solve the example which is based on solenoidal, irrotational and conservative vector field, which is very simple topic. Now for your practice purpose, let's take some example. Now friends, time is to test your knowledge. So for your practice purpose, total 5 examples are given. So first example is show that vector f bar, instead of f bar we denote here a bar, which is 3y raised to 4 z square I plus 4x cube z square j minus 3x square y square k is solenoidal. To show that this is solenoidal, that means show that this dot product is equal to 0. Now next is a bar is equal to ax square y plus yz into I plus xy square minus xz square j plus 2xyz minus 2x square y square k is solenoidal. That means we have to show that this dot product is equal to 0 and find the value of constant a. Then show that vector field f bar, which is defined as y square minus z square plus 3yz minus 2x into I plus 3xz plus 2xyj, so this is j term, then plus 3xy minus 2xz plus 2z into k is both solenoidal as well as conservative. That means show that so this dot product as well as cross product is equal to 0. Then next example is show that this f bar is irrotational. So this is very simple. So here first value is f bar is equal to x square minus yz into I plus y square minus xzj plus z square minus xy into k. This is the first part, and this second is value of f bar is given as 2xy z square into I plus x square z square plus 2 cos yz j plus 2x square yz plus y cos of yz into k. Then last fifth question is that show that f bar, which is defined as y square cos x plus z square into I plus 2y sin x into j plus 2xz into k is conservative. So friends, these are the 5 examples are given for your practice purpose. So friends, I hope you people like this lecture. So thanks to one and all for watching this video. Thank you.